Today our topic is digestion. The food we eat cannot go as such into the bloodstream. We have to convert food into smaller and soluble molecules so that it can go easily into the bloodstream. And the process in which we convert the large particles of food into large particles of food into smaller and soluble molecules. This process is called digestion. The process in which we convert the large particles of food into smaller particles, this process is called digestion, and the digestion takes place in the digestive tract with the help of special chemicals called enzymes. These enzymes play a vital role in the digestion. They work on the food and convert food into the smaller and soluble molecules so that this food can go into the bloodstream and we can get energy from the food. So, the human digestive system, today we will discuss human digestive system. The human digestive system starts from mouth and ends at anus. Firstly, we will draw the human digestive system. It will start from your mouth. Then this is esophagus. This is your stomach. So this is the diagram of human digestive system. We are going to label this diagram and discuss the organs involved in the digestion system. Firstly, this is the mouth. This is esophagus. This is stomach. This is large intestine, also called rectum. This is small intestine. This is anus. This is liver. And this is pancreas. This is gallbladder. So this is the diagram of human digestive system. This starts from mouth and ends at anus. There are two organs involved in the digestion system which aids in the digestion of food. This is liver and gallbladder. So this structure of human digestive system starts from mouth and ends at anus. This is whole, as a whole, it is called alimentary canal. What is that called? That is called alimentary canal. It starts from mouth and ends at the anus. And this alimentary canal is 10 meter long approximately, and food will take 24 hours to reach from mouth to anus. So, firstly we will discuss how food travel in the alimentary canal. What is the procedure involved that push the food from mouth to anus? So, the wall of alimentary canal is made from muscles. That muscles relax and tighten and produces wave-like movement. So, now we will draw the diagram of muscle of the alimentary canal. is the muscle wall and it produces wave-like movements. ये wave-like movements, this muscle produces wave-like movements. ये muscles जो है वो wave-like movement बनाते हैं. This wave-like movement is called peristalsis. क्या कहते हैं wave-like movements को? These wave-like movements are called peristalsis. Peristalsis is the movement that push food from mouth to anus. So, firstly, food will go into the mouth. Teeth chew the food, convert the food into smaller pieces. There is a salivary gland in your mouth which produces saliva. Saliva has a enzyme, salivary amylase. What is the role of salivary amylase? This salivary amylase converts starch into simple sugar called maltose, and the tongue rolls the food and convert into balls. Saliva moistens the food and helps the food to travel from mouth to esophagus. What is the esophagus? This is just the connecting tube that connects mouth and stomach. Nothing digestion will happen here. There is this peristalsis movement in the esophagus which transfer food from mouth to stomach. Now comes to the stomach. Stomach is like sac, muscular sac, and it has a movement, churning movements. That churning movements, this food goes into the stomach. Stomach is a muscular sac and it produces churning movements. This churning movements makes stomach juice into the food. So now we discuss about what is the stomach juice. Stomach juice contains protease. This protease helps to digest proteins in the food, and stomach has also an acid called hydrochloric acid. This hydrochloric acid helps to kill the unwanted bacteria. The continuous churning movements of stomachs converts the food into creamy thin mixture which goes to the small intestine at the regular intervals, and in stomach food will stay at least for 5 to 6 hours. Now food will come to the small intestine. The starting part of small intestine is called duodenum. In duodenum food will mix with bile, and bile is secreted through liver and it will store in the gallbladder through bile duct. What is the function of bile? Bile mixes with food, it emulsifies the food, it works on the fats on the food, and it increases the surface area of food so that enzymes can work on that food, and it neutralizes the acid of the stomach. Now, there is some intestinal juice. Now we will discuss about the intestinal juices. There is a juice that comes from pancreas to small intestine. This is called intestinal juices. It contains pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice contains some enzymes that helps in the complete digestion of food, and the names of enzyme is amylase, lipase, protease. Amylase work on the carbohydrates and converts food into the glucose. Carbohydrates and convert into glucose. Glucose is a simple and soluble molecule that can easily goes into the blood. Lipase works on fats. and convert the food into fatty acids plus glycerols. These are also simple molecules, and protease works on protein and convert protein into amino acids. This is also simple molecule. So now we have end product, that is glucose, fatty acid, glycerols and amino acids. These things are very small and soluble molecules. Now they can easily go to the blood. So the digestion ends in small intestine. The end product we have glucose, fatty acid, glycerols and amino acid. This will go into the bloodstream and gives us energy. How they will go into the bloodstream? We have small and tiny projections in the wall of small intestine. These are called villi. What is this called? These are called villi. This is the cross-section diagram of small intestine. And there is a small tiny projections in the walls of small intestine. These are villi. What is the function of villi? This increases the surface area of small intestine so that food can easily absorb to the bloodstream. Now all the digestion ends here. Food goes into the bloodstream. Now what is the process of the undigested food? The undigested food goes into the large intestine. And now what is the composition of undigested food? Undigested food में क्या क्या included होगा? जो undigested food pass करेगी small intestine से large intestine में, it will contain water. Water होगा उसके अंदर, vegetable fibers होंगे, or cellulose. It is a plant material which cannot digest in the human alimentary canal. So these undigested foods will go into the large intestine. Large intestine water will absorb through the walls of large intestine and it will go to the bloodstream. Now the remaining material is semi-solid feces material. It will contain vegetable fiber and cellulose. Feces will stay in the large intestine till 12 to 24 hours, and the muscles of the large intestine will be responsible for the release of this feces material. And the release of this feces material from anus, this process is called digestion or defecation. Digestion or defecation. What is digestion or defecation? The release of feces material from the large intestine. This is the whole procedure how digestion will take place in the human digestive tract. It will start from mouth and it will end in the anus. The organs are involved in the human digestive system is we have discussed mouth, esophagus, stomach, large intestine, small intestine, liver and pancreas. And the enzymes will work on the food so that the large particles of food converted into small particles, soluble molecules, so that it can go into the bloodstream and we will get energy. This is the all procedure which takes place in the human digestive tract. So this is the all process of digestion that takes place in the human digestive system. And we have discussed two special organs in the human digestive system, that is liver and pancreas. Now we'll discuss more about the liver and pancreas. Liver and pancreas secrete some special juices that helps in the digestion of food, and that's very important for the digestion of food. Liver secrete juice that is called bile. That transfer from bile duct to gallbladder. the gallbladder. And this is bile duct. Liver secrete bile juice that goes to the gallbladder through bile duct and it will store in the gallbladder. Now the next organ is pancreas that has an important and vital role in the food digestion. And pancreas secrete pancreatic juice that contains special enzymes that helps in the digestion of food, and that is pancreatic duct. I have told you earlier that bile has an important role in the digestion of fats. It will work on fat, emulsifies the food, increases the surface area of food so that enzymes can work easily on the food, and especially they neutralizes the stomach acid. And pancreatic juice we have discussed previously. Pancreas secrete intestinal juice, pancreatic juice that contains special enzymes called amylase, lipase and protease. So that's are the special organs that helps in the digestion of food, works with the human digestive system and a special link with stomach. This is the human digestive system and how digestion will take place. What is the use of digestion? So that the large particles of food converted into the small and soluble particles of food so that we can get energy from the food. The human digestive system contains mouth, esophagus, stomach, pancreas, gallbladder, small intestine, large intestine and anus. There is a special organ called appendix. Appendix is an organ that contains some good bacteria that helps in the digestion, and when you are ill, this good bacteria helps to improve your digestive tract. So, this is the enzymes that involved in the digestion of food is salivary amylase, protease, lipase and bile. They will work on the food and convert food into the smaller and soluble molecules. We have discussed previously that amylase works on carbohydrates and convert carbohydrates into glucose. That is simpler molecule and can easily go to the bloodstream. Lipase works on fats and convert fats into fatty acid and glycerols. These are also simple molecules, can easily go to the bloodstream. Protease work on protein and convert protein into amino acids. These amino acids, fatty acids, cholesterol and glucose are the simple molecules that can go into the bloodstream and can give us energy. And what about the time? The time of digestion, it will take 24 hours to go food from mouth to anus, and food will stay 5 to 6 hours in the stomach and 12 to 24 hours in the large intestine. What is digestion and what is defecation? The release of fecal material from the large intestine to the anus is called digestion and defecation. All the digestion ends in the small intestine, only undigested food will go into the large intestine. Thank you. So, next we are going to discuss about enzymes. What are enzymes? Enzymes होते हैं, enzymes का function क्या है, how enzymes works during digestion. First of all, we will discuss what is enzyme. Enzymes क्या होते हैं? Enzymes are the biological catalyst. Enzymes are the biological catalyst. They only speed up the chemical reaction. They will not take part in any chemical reaction. Actually, how they will speed up the chemical reaction? They lower the amount of energy that is required for the chemical reaction, and chemical reaction will take place easily. They will not take part in the chemical reaction. They will not change. They just speed up the chemical reaction, and they are called biological catalysts. Enzymes have a special name and special function. Enzymes always work at peculiar temperature and peculiar pH. Enzymes need special environment to work. Every enzyme's work and functions differently. So, firstly, which type of enzymes we have during the digestive system? We have three types of enzymes in the digestive system. That is amylase, protease, and lipase. There are three types of enzyme: amylase, protease, and lipase. Amylase works on carbohydrates. Protease works on protein. And lipase works on fats. You have to remember this, that every enzyme has a special job. Every enzyme work on a single substrate. Amylase will not work on the protein and lipase will not work on the carbohydrates. They have special jobs, they will do special jobs, and they will do their jobs according to their peculiar temperature and peculiar pH. So here is the enzyme, the biological catalyst we have in the digestion is amylase, protease, and lipase. Amylase works on carbohydrates, protease works on protein, and lipase works on fats. Carbohydrates, protein, and fats. These are the complex molecules. They cannot go as such into the bloodstream. We have to convert these complex and large molecules into smaller and soluble molecules, and this will happen by the action of enzymes. So enzymes always play a vital and pivotal role in the human digestion system. These amylase, when work on carbohydrates, it will change carbohydrates into maltose. Maltose is a simple sugar. Protease will work on protein and change the protein into the amino acid. Amino acid is a simple protein. It can easily cross the blood. Lipase works on fats and converts fats into fatty acids plus glycerol. This maltose, amino acid, fatty acids, and glycerol are the simple molecules. These are the products of the complex molecules carbohydrate, protein, and fats changes into maltose, amino acid, fatty acid, and glycerol through the amylase, protease, and lipase, which are the enzymes. So, what is the function of enzymes? Enzymes convert the complex and large molecules into the soluble and simplest molecules so that it easily goes into the blood and we can get energy from the food. So now we are winding up the lecture. We have discussed what is digestion. Digestion is the process in which we convert the largest food molecules into the smallest and soluble food molecules by the action of special chemicals called enzymes. Human digestive system contains mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and this totally is called alimentary canal. Alimentary canal is of 10 meters long, and there is two special organs which helps in the digestion of food. This is liver and pancreas. Food and digestion start from mouth. There is an enzyme cerebroamylase which works on the carbohydrate. Then food goes into the stomach. There is stomach digestive juice which contain protease and hydrochloric acid, and food will move through mouth to stomach through a connecting tube called esophagus through the special wave-like movement. called peristalsis. What is peristalsis? The wave-like movement of alimentary canal muscle that pushes food from mouth to esophagus and to stomach. Stomach has a churning movements and convert food into the thin liquid mixture which goes into the small intestine. Small intestine have two types of juices that is secreted from liver and pancreas. From liver we can get bile, from pancreas we can get pancreatic juice which contain amylase, lipase and protease. We have discussed about the function of amylase, lipase and protease. Amylase works on carbohydrates, lipase works on fats, protease works on protein and convert the large complex molecules into smaller, simpler soluble molecules. For example, glucose, fatty acid, glycerols and amino acids. Digestion ends in the small intestine and food absorbed into the blood stream through the projections and foldings of small intestine called villi. Now we are going to the undigested food which goes to the large intestine. In large intestine, water is absorbed into the bloodstream. Fecal material is deposited in the rectum. Rectum muscle is responsible for the release of that fecal material, and the release of fecal material is called egestion and defecation. This is the whole process of human digestive system.